eyes are on the Packers' leader at quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Packers and the Vikings under the lights on Monday night.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 64 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. And as the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They'll start with the option. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boom. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Smith catches left side. Big gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Room here to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Point after here coming up. And that'll make it 13-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
To throw on second down. Boom. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on third down. Booth. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. Booth. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
It's a game of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. Complete. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now stands at 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Now a 2nd down and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Here's the option play now to the left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's finished off Vikings move it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. Booth. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 4th down. Booth. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Looking to throw. Booth. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now here's Ross. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. 10, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So
After
that
review
would
of the play,
overturn.
ruling on
They
the
say
field
the knee
is
was
reversed.
down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on 1st down. Booth. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's Pierce with the catch along the sideline. Touchdown! A great play there. 40 yards. And the Vikings continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's work. Realized.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And out now come the Vikings.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Booth.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Second down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Back to throw. Booth.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Booth. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Booth. He's going to let it go again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Booth. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but he's coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. 20-yard line.
2nd and 2. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the fouls.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now out comes Minnesota.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And some room to maneuver.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Maybe 2 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's going to try and do this himself.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Booth to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. They're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. And this was a blowout